Hey, what's going on everybody? StoneTheGamer here with a brand new Let's Play. As you can see, we have Sodden Sanctuary. This is a Metroidvania game. It's really good. It will not be blind for quite some time. And once again, good morning, StoneTheGamer here. But yeah, let's jump right into it and get started. Now, this is a very interesting game. If you've never heard this before, I definitely recommend to go get it. We're gonna make our name Stone, of course. It's a really big mix of a Metroidvania game, which it is. Also with the customability of Skyrim. With what else? I don't know. It's a good game though. I like it a lot. We're gonna make him look silly, I guess. I don't know. We're gonna go with a very moderate build. Let's go with the salt knotted with black hair. Let's give him a nice little beard. Eye color. Sure, make him look like a regular guy. And this is one of those games as well that instead of choosing your race, you choose where you're from, and that kind of makes you look different. Just from, people from different parts of the world look different. So if you want to look green, Gulchmeyer. What else? If you want to be a little pale, you're from this place. Got some regular looking people, more regular looking people. Now, if we go here, then we're like some kind of demon thing. We're actually going to beat these guys because I think they look cool. And we're going to start off as a mage. As you can see from that book in the wand, that means that we automatically start with level 1 magic and level 1 wands. So we'll be able to do spells. We're going to go for a hybrid strength and magic class, and we're going to start with the Amber Idol. That helps us upgrade our weapons later. But let's venture forth. I'm not too far in this game. I think there's about I'm a little less than halfway through with the character I've been playing so far, but this game is nice. And they're just saying, peace is finally preciously near. We delivered the princess to the kingdom across the sea, where the manager lies to save us all. Failing this mission would surely plunge us into darker days. And it's a dark game. Oh, that's the other game. It has that Dark Souls difficulty to it. It's very hard. It's very easy to die. We have a regular attack. We have a heavy attack. We do have our magic with our L2 button. But yeah, let's get going. It is a little dark. Maybe I should take up my brightness setting, but that's something that I'll check during the editing. We'll see how it goes. Oh, you there, stranger. We've been boarded in the night. They'll want to kidnap our lady. Ransom her. Protect her. Now the one thing with going two-handed like this, with the sword in the one hand, the wand in the other, we can't block. Now we can change our setup with the L button, which is go with the sword. That's what we're going to be running for now, and because the magic's kind of just, it's not that it's not good right now. It's just, actually I am going to use it. We get a little bit extra money for not dying. All these guys we kill, we definitely get a little bit more money. If you do notice as well, using magic lowers our maximum mana or stamina, because it's the same thing. Stamina and magic. Your stamina bar for swinging and your stamina bar for magic are exactly the same. So you have to be very careful of that. And you can use your magic to the point where you're unable to use it anymore. As you can see, it keeps on going down. Eventually I will not be able to cast spells because I've used all the available magic, but there's ways to combat that with items and everything like that. But yeah, we got the Unspeakable Deep. This is not a winnable fight since we're in a crisis. We need bad things to happen for the game to actually have a purpose. So, but we'll try our best killing this thing. Yeah, but it one-shots us every time. Failing this mission will surely plunge us into darker days. I awoke to the sounds of waves washing on rock, and I knew I was alive. I must find the princess. And that's really the story of this game right there in a nutshell. I mean, we wash ashore, and, we go to work. So, let's start. We have our friend here. Well, hello there. You're just a fleshy bit of flotsam. Wash ashore with the rest of us, You'll want shelter, you'll want sanctuary, but what is a sanctuary without faith? There's an empty sanctuary up the beach. You can claim it for your creed. Tell me, do you keep the new gods? Now, there are, I want to say 6 gods total in this game. They all have different attributes that you get for leveling up your faith with them. Different things you can buy at the stores, and spells. It's all a little different for each one. Some of them have the same things, but we do keep the new gods. Most men follow the 3 deities, the king, the knight, and the judge. The king lends wisdom to men who lead, the knight protects warriors in combat, and the judge guides those who maintain order. Are you a follower of the 3 then? We're going to say yes, only because it's the most standard creed to be a part of, and the other 2 creeds that we can be a part of as of now are Devara's Light, which is more of a clerical healing religion. You get good healing spells, and the Iron Ones, which is more of a melee based creed, where you can get a lot of better weapons from the stores and stuff like that. We don't really need that. We're gonna be okay, but we got our candelabra of 3, and very Castlevania like how we have an item thing here where we can put stuff and throw them at people if we need to. Shield offhand. Y while blocking his parry. Roll. Friendly, undead friendly ahead. Well, I guess undead unfriendly. Alright, we have a sanctuary key. Let's say darkness ahead. Switch loadouts. Yep. Switch items. Use equipped item. Yeah, just giving you a basic little rundown. Now, this isn't actually an item that you can get, but those are the ones that are placed there by the game. Eventually, we get a journey bottle where we can write messages for other players playing the game and leave them in the game. So if we find anything that's hidden, we'll be able to put that there and say, hey, you know, there's a door here. So let's claim this sanctuary. To me, that's very epic right there. I always thought it was really cool. But we can't level right now. We just, you know, sit down, pray a little bit, do a little kneeling. We need 560 to level. Tree of skill. As you can see here, I'm going to zoom out if I remember how. I don't remember how to zoom out. There we go. This thing's huge. It's massive. It's huge. I mean, it's really big. The max level cap in this game is 500. And they have new game plus and all that, but they all cover different things. This way is wisdom and the cleric spells for healing. We'll be staying over here for the magic, so that's where all this stuff is for the magic over here. Dexterity area, and there's a strength area up here. They have everything. You can use light armor or heavy armor. You really gotta put your points in the right area. You can remove some skill points with the use of items. It's just one of those games where you really want to be on top of where you put your skill points, because it is brutally important for going through the game. Here we got pouch of salt and 3 red shards. These are little heals. What do these have to say? Blessings, gods, egg. Yeah, that's someone else's. Beware of the archer. Drowned egg guardian ahead. Yeah, so some ranged stuff in there. He's really eating those. I don't know. We don't have everything we're going to have yet, obviously, since we just started. But our arsenal will get much better. I really don't like what we have right now. The wands aren't really that great in this game. If you do run magic in this game, just for some, and you'll see on this playthrough, staffs are really the way to go. You can equip, instead of having it as your left trigger, you'll be able to press it with your medium and heavy attacks. I'm gonna drink one of those, and it's a lot easier to fire off, you know, consecutive spells and different spells. But we're gonna break everything in here and kill everyone so we can get that experience. And that's salt. Now this is a game that if we die, we do lose all of our experience, but we have a chance to get it back because a monster will come where we were and will allow us to get it again. Take him out here. Yeah, not being able to block really really sucks sometimes. Well, not sometimes, all the time, because you get caught. And when you don't have stamina, you get staggered. You can stagger enemies if you don't have enough stamina to take their attack. You can take a lot of damage during that stagger because they can really just beat on you. But this spell is homing, so I don't have to hit them, and it will get there. These big flasks increase our health all the way. As you can see too with our health, when we drink these potions, our maximum health goes down. So there's a lot of give and take in this game. You really have to, eventually you have to know what you're doing, be able to do both, really monitor your health and your stamina or your magic or whatever you want to call it, because it's really easy to lose, and you can get low on both really quickly. No matter how far you get in this game, no matter how much you upgrade your armor, you are still relatively vulnerable. Attacks do a good bit of damage to you almost all the time. Got a patch of salt. No, this is a great game, and it's really low. I found this game, I YouTubed. We got a stone merchant and a bundle of salt. I YouTubed best games under $20, and a lot of the games were Metroidvania games. We just got 20 throwing daggers. So if we want to use throwing daggers, we just go here. It's on our item bar now, and we would just be able to press R1 and throw them, and throw them, and throw them. There are actually one of the creeds is really big on using throwing items, mostly for poison. I think they're called the stone roots, and it's the poison mechanic is really strong and OP. If you know what you're doing, because if it doesn't stack, you're still screwed either way. Grab the stone cleric. Now these stones that I'm collecting, you can place them in the sanctuary, and I'll show them once we get back. I generally don't like the I just rush through the first part because it's pretty simple. As you see, I'm kind of just crushing them. But you use the stones to place them in your sanctuaries, and then it'll bring that person into the sanctuary, and you'll be able to use their services. So we have the cleric and we have the merchant, so now we'll be able to buy stuff. And I can't believe he didn't die. There we go. None of that. We got the rogues. We got the rogue set. We are going to put that on now. Even though it's not really better at all. So we're not going to put those on. Yeah, I guess we're not putting any of that stuff on. It was not really that great. A lot of the armor in this game is very circumstantial. So while the item may not do high physical defense, it may be really great against poison, or really great against fire, or really great against lightning or arcane. You get the gist. Which I think makes it really cool, because it makes even the stuff you get at the beginning of the game really viable later. Maybe you're fighting a boss that really relies on poisoning you or fire magic, and you'll be completely fine. Yeah, we'll be coming back here. We can't use these obelisks just yet. We need a special ability to do that, and that's another thing about this game. While it's not really exactly open world, in a way it is, because we can run basically anywhere that it will let us get there, even if we aren't ready for it. Some places we can't get to yet because you need certain abilities, and that obelisk is one of them. But let's... what did we get? We got something. Oh yeah, we got a ring. Bandage ring. Now this is really important, and I don't know how long we'll be using this. It nullifies elemental imbalance, and I only have fire now, so there are fire and lightning spells in this game that I've discovered so far. If you use one of the elements too much, it will stop you from... It will start giving you damage. If I use too many fire spells without that ring, it'll start to hurt me. Every time I'll use a spell, it will start to hurt me. There we go. Yeah, we need to get some health really soon. Well, we just need to recover because we have no more magic. As you can see, our spell is grayed out. We cannot use that anymore. And the journey bottle is the item I was talking about before, where we'll be able to write messages for other players. We did just get a mending spell, but we don't have any prayers. We don't have any prayers unlocked, so we can't use that right now. And as you can see, by opening that gate, we can now get to this area much easier. Instead of climbing everything, we'll be able to just go. But we just used the red flash. We just lit this candle, so we have a mini save point here. And let's put our grenades there. We are just about to be at a boss, I believe. Yeah, the boss is right there. Okay. And someone has died here because they have a nice gravestone for them, and they're part of the 3 as well, so pour one out for our homies. I believe in us too, we can do it. So when you see these big candle, or I don't think it's a candelabra, yeah, now it's hard to see here. I don't think any, maybe 1 or 2 of them are lit. The way that the more candles that are lit, the harder the boss is going to be. So the boss is going to be a little difficult, but not too much. We have the Sodden Knight. Not too much to be worried about. He's extremely vulnerable to fire, which is good for us. And these grenades do a good bit of damage to him. Ooh, I was not ready for that. Yeah, making mistakes. Just trying to take him down with some of that. Got one more? Yeah. Oh. Alright, now that we have magic, let's just burn him up. He really shouldn't be able to like stand against us, but oh, we staggered him. Getting a little dangerous here. Let's get out of the way. He's going to attack again. Yeah, I'm just playing really poorly. I know his attack pattern because I beat him so many times. I'm still getting jacked up though. See, their attacks do a lot of damage, and he's done right there. Cool. So that's a victory right there. Let's see. We got about 1,000 salt there. We've got some more money. So let's go back and level up now that we're good. Let's stop at this candle first too, just to get our health all the way back. So I'm sure, I think every time, and this isn't really confirmed because yeah, it is. When you come back to life, not when you come back to life, when you pray, it does raise all the enemies. It brings them all back alive. And I'm going to open this door since this is the way we're going. I really don't like using... You know what? We're going to keep going. We don't need to level up yet. We're going to have one big, massive leveling up thing. But, greetings, traveler. Do you have a quest? We do. We're going to save a princess. We're a regular Mario in here. Rescuing your princess, I haven't seen any princesses. But don't lose hope, friend. We are friends. Anyway, it's good to have a quest. Would you like to know what my quest is? Yeah, absolutely. Excellent. My quest is to invade that castle to the east, defeat its guardians, and slay the dragon. Castles must be invaded and dragons must be slain, mustn't they? Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Alright. So, for winning, we get a black pearl, which is the skill points of the game. And we're going to drop down here and grab cotton trousers, the cotton tunic, and the woodsman's axe. I can talk, I promise. So, just taking a look here, we are going to keep this arming sword equipped because it is a little stronger. Now, when you look at the strength scaling and dexterity scaling, obviously the higher the letter, the better the scaling is. So the higher my strength is, the more extra attack I'll get. Now, the equipment we got, that, and I'll show that too, just to show. It's really good at physical defense. That's where it you know, gets its usability from. And there are a few hidden doors that I know where they are. Let's see what this says. This might actually give us a clue. Secret here to the right. So yeah, I don't think this one actually gives us anything. I think it just takes us to this cage, but now it's a shortcut we know. When I first found my first shortcut, I literally ran through the entire game and pressed A against every wall just to figure it out. We do need to go down, but I'm going to clear this room first. Oh, actually, never mind. I'm just going to pray here, just get this on my... This is Devara's light. I'm sure she would tell us a little bit. We got a sellsword. What do you have to say? Hello, traveler. You're a stranger to Devara's light, are you not? No. So you've heard of the goddess Devara. We are taught by her to respect those of other faiths, so you are welcome here. Of course, it is Devara's wish that all should find salvation in her bosom. You can pray to her at the earthen vessel. The water she pours will cleanse the shadows from your heart. And that guy we saw walk by, that actually wasn't someone like playing in our game. They'll show like a shadow of someone's old character coming in and praying. I think it's really cool. It's really interesting how they do that. Abandon the 3. Why though? It's a weird message. But let's see. We gotta use the obelisk later. We can't get that right now because we can't jump high enough, but there is a mace here. This mace is pretty legit, if I remember correctly. It is better and has a strength scaling of S, so that's awesome. So it has a strength scaling of S2, but it's a little stronger. And honestly, I don't really like the spears. You get some really strong spears in this game. They usually have really bad strength scaling. They're more dexterity weapons. There's a pain. These guys are way too strong for us, so I'm going to turn back. We're not ready for them yet. I thought that was a different fortress, but you know what? That's fine. Alright, so we're going to go down here into, if I remember correctly, this will be the Village of Smiles. Well, first we have to go through the Festering Banquet, and then Village of Smiles. And I hope this isn't too dark. But we got a bow and 20 arrows. The arrows are interesting in this game because every shot takes the stamina down. You can get some really good aim though if you know what you're doing. I have a full bow men guy, I guess you can call him. And he's not my favorite character I have, but he's pretty vicious. So we have one here. There is a secret here. Not worry about that. This guy will sell you some really good stuff. The farther you get in the game, he kind of moves throughout the game. He doesn't stay here the entire time, but he'll sell you really good stuff. And most importantly, he can sell the locks of hair, which are upgrading materials. But he also has some Class 0 light armor. This Class 2 heavy armor is actually really awesome, but we're running light armor since we're a mage strength hybrid and they don't have like a medium armor. The interesting thing about the defense system in this game is the blocking is great. It really is. The blocking is really good. However, the dodging is far superior. It's always better to take no damage than a little damage, and if you can really time your blocks out, you can get through. Now, see, that's some major mistakes. I'm not going to do that again because that really freaked me out. Yeah, so the dodging's legit. We did get lightning bolt, so it's a level 2 one. It does a lot. It's awesome. We'll have that available to us once we level up. That's actually just my fault for not doing that. We're literally in here solely to get what's behind this monstrous enemy that we can't beat right now. Attack me, please. He's a scary one, isn't he? We cannot face him. He's far stronger than us. We're going to run away. We just needed that stone mage, so now when we get to a sanctuary, we can put the mage down and we can buy the spells the mage has. There are only a few more secret doors I actually know about, and then we'll be in the dark. But it's a necessary one to have. Well, let's light this wraith thing up because it actually does a lot of damage. Everything does a lot of damage. That's how I feel. Everything's strong. I personally like to stay. And oh yeah, I need to change that too. Change this to the mace so we have our mace ready to go. Boom. Please attack. There you go. Let's say I hate how they're able to hang out in like the darkness. Like I can't attack that guy here. We have a stone guide and 3 calling horns. The calling horns let us go to any how do I want to say it? They let us go to any sanctuary that we've been before that has a guide in it. So now we're back. Let's go to our inventory and use these salts. They are in our hotbar, but you see we have 4 that aren't in our hotbar. So I just like to go here to do it here instead of pressing R 1,000 times. Alright, and we also got this arcane disdain page. You put arcane damage on our weapons, or we can put it if we are in Sanctuary that isn't our creed and we crush it, we literally destroy the place. Like, it takes the creed away, it turns everyone inside of there hostile against you, and then guardians come to try to kill you. It's actually way higher level stuff. I tried to do it on one of my other playthroughs, and it was too much. But we're gonna level 5 times, get to level 8. I think we did a pretty good job here. So let's see, tree of skill. So since we need to get to level 2 magic, let's just go straight there. And as you can see, class 2 magic requires 2 points. So we're going to go to class 2 magic to get more magic. So now our magic is at 10, and we are going to get level 1 staffs. So now our magic is at 11. And since we are there and we don't really have any way here, we have to work our way towards all of this nice, beautiful class 1 light armor. We want that, obviously. We have to work towards all this stuff. So let's go down in magic. So we're just really buffing our magic right now, which is fine because that's exactly what we want. For our stones here, we're going to put the merchant, the blacksmith, the mage, and the guide. We don't really need a sellsword. The sellsword allows us to bring a second player in the game, which is a really interesting mechanic. You actually can start with this item, but it's really interesting to think, hey, if you want to play with someone, and I knew that was coming. I actually lost my charger cables. I have no idea where they are. I'll find them before. Just because of that, we are going to call an episode there, though, after I finish what I'm doing. But yeah, it's interesting that you can't bring another person in the game unless you have this item. So say you have a friend over, it's like, hey, I have this awesome game, Salt and Sanctuary. You want to play? Yeah, I want to play. Oh, my bad, we can't play because I don't have a stone sellsword. And it just adds another aspect of difficulty to the game. I actually find it really refreshing and really interesting that that's the way it goes. You don't see stuff like that too often. You're usually just able to just, you know, do it. But this is our magic guy. We are going to... He doesn't have any spells we can learn just yet. He does have 3 incantations we can learn. This is an AoE fire attack. It's actually really good. And we can get this arcane enchantment to put arcane, much like the stained page. This is, it lets us see enemies that are invisible. There aren't too many enemies that are invisible. I've only ran into them 1 time so far in my, you know, regular playthroughs, playing the game outside of recording. But they're not too bad. But we're going to buy this staff. Now this staff is out of control beastly. It's all of our cash. I'm actually okay with that though, because it's much better than having the wand. The wand is just not what I want. Let's put that on, and we can make flash fire our light and lightning ball are strong. Just give a taste how awesome this is, and we can block now. Bam. So I'm talking about. Let's sell some stuff. We don't need any of these weapons anymore. Now this spear is good, does 16 damage. It's so much stronger than our mace, but it just the attacks are just a little off of. They're not as good as I would like them to be. So that's how I feel about that. Alright, but yeah, I'm gonna save again. We're gonna call that an episode. Salt and Sanctuary, guys. If you did enjoy the episode, give it a like. It's not that hard to do. We all have mouses. Mouse. We all have mazeuses. So go there and like, click. If you have any tips or anything, if you know anything about this game you want to let me know about that I may not know, let me know down in the comments if there's any other games you'd like me to play. We are going to keep it mostly retro. This is just a great game, and I really want to get the word out about this game because I feel like it's not very popular, and I feel like it really should be because it's a great game. And if you like the content, we have retro games. We do have one-day challenges coming, probably tomorrow. I'll probably run, I'm thinking Fester's Quest for the regular Nintendo. It's a great old school game. I've never beaten it, but we had it when we were growing up and it was great, so I'll probably whip that out and put that in, see what's up. And yeah, we have Final Fantasy X. We have Quackshot still going. We have Dragon Ball Z Legend of the Super Saiyan going. So a lot of old school Super Nintendo games and Sega game. We're hitting all the classics. And yeah, Stone the Gamer, get the word out. Share it if you'd like. Share it with your friends, your family. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that stuff. Get the word out. Still very casual. But let's just get it going. It's going to be fun. But I hope everyone has a great rest of the day. And I'll see you in the next episode. Later, guys.